Okay, ladies and germs, boys and girls, children of all ages, DW Pastor Bear here at my desk. It is Thursday night. Got 4 minutes till 10 o'clock. After I do this video, I'm going to go on a TikTok live video, but not for very long tonight. I got to get to bed early because I've been going to bed very late, like 1, 2, 3 in the morning even, for the last week, and I just need to get back on track. So I'm going to do this video and then get the ball rolling. Good service at church tonight, good message, reminding us not to be like the Laodicean church, be lukewarm. We must not be lukewarm, lest Jesus spit us out. We need to rekindle that fire. So I thank the pastor for his message tonight. I said, thank you for fanning the flames. We can always use that, right? And I'll probably speak on that subject here on my TikTok live. We've been going for like 2-3 hours every night, and I just can't continue to do it at that pace that I was. So, all right, this is January 13th. It's called the Grasshopper Feeling. I wouldn't know what a grasshopper feels, but let's follow the thought. Philippians 4:13 tells us, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Good verse. And we're going to do a bit of reading in Numbers, chapter 13. And as usual, I haven't been doing too much King James as of late, but this is the modern English version of the Bible. Spying in Canaan. Numbers chapter 13, verse number 1. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Send men, that they may explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers you will send a man, each one a chief among them. And Moses sent them from the wilderness of Paran according to the Lord. All those men were heads of the children of Israel. These were their names. And let's jump through that. You can read that on your own time. Starting with, of the tribe of Reuben, Shammua, the son of Zakur. It goes all the way down to verse 15. Let's go to verse 16. These are the names of the men whom Moses sent to explore the land. And Moses called Hoshea, the son of Nun, Joshua. Moses sent them to explore the land of Canaan, and said to them, Go up to this south land, and go up into the mountain, and see what the land is, and the people that dwell in it, whether they are strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it is good or bad, and what cities are that they dwell in, whether in tents or in fortifications. So, are they cities with walls, or are they just living in tents? That's what he wants to know. And what the land is, whether it is fat or lean, whether there is wood in it or not. And you be courageous, and bring some of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of the first ripe grapes. So they went up and explored the land from the wilderness of Zin to Rehob, near Lebo Hamath. They went up by the Negev and came to Hebron, where Ahiman, Sheshaiah, and Talmaiah, the children of Anak, were. It's now Hebron, was built 7 years before Zoan in Egypt. And they came to the valley of Eshcol, and cut down from there a branch with one cluster of grapes. And they carried it on the pole between two of them. And they brought some of the pomegranates and the figs. The place was called the Valley of Eshcol because of the cluster of grapes which the children of Israel cut down from there. They returned from exploring the land after 40 days. I guess I don't remember them being gone for 40 days. That's a long time. So they really did a thorough investigation by the looks of it. And here's the report of the spies. Verse 26 in Numbers 13. And they returned and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the assembly of the children of Israel, to the wilderness of Paran, to Kadesh, and brought back word to them and to the entire assembly, and showed them the fruit of the land. They reported to him and said, We came to the land where you sent us, and surely it flows with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. However, the people are strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are fortified and very great, and also we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the Negev, and the Hittites, and the Jebusites, and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the edge of the Jordan. Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, "Let us go up let us go at once and possess it, for we are able to overcome it." So this was a positive report. Caleb said, "We can do this, let's go take it." But the men that went up with him said, "We are not able to go up against the people because they are stronger than we." They gave the children of Israel bad report of the land which they had spied out, saying, "The land through which we have gone as spies is a land that devours its inhabitants. And all the people whom we saw in it are men of great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come from the giants, and in our eyes we were like grasshoppers, and so we were in the eyes." And see, those were giants that they were doing. The fallen angels were doing the same thing with women after the flood. Okay, hold on. All right. Yes, I got to go pray for somebody after this video is done. Somebody getting my attention. So here it is, the grasshopper feeling. That's why it's called the grasshopper feeling. Our author is Dennis Martin of Unionville, MO, which is that Missouri? No. Can't, not sure. Well, let me cheat because I feel kind of bad when I don't know stuff on video. Yeah, it is Missouri, I think. Okay, so that's the key to having Google at your fingertips, right? So Dennis Martin of Unionville, Missouri, he says, grasshoppers have exoskeletons, an external structure that can easily be crushed. But most grasshoppers have a God-given ability that they use for self-defense. As their name suggests, they can hop. However, Texas grasshoppers are up to 4 inches long and cannot jump. How vulnerable these creatures are. In today's Bible reading, 10 of the 12 spies said, "We were in our own sight as grasshoppers, in comparison to the giants of Canaan." Interestingly, the spies declared that they looked like grasshoppers to the giants as well. Why they said this is something of a mystery. Perhaps the spies just imagined it to be so. It is spiritually healthy to view ourselves as grasshoppers in the sight of our giant enemy, Satan. We are no match for him. Satan himself considers us easy prey. At least, that is how he looked at Job. But he failed to reckon with the power that Job had at his disposal. Caleb and Joshua also had access to this power. They said, "If the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it to us." Numbers 14 and verse 8. A lack of faith produces the grasshopper feeling as the 10 spies experienced it. On the other hand, we can put so much confidence in ourselves that we think we cannot fail. The Israelites later had a false confidence and experienced defeat. Numbers 14, verses 40 through 45. To be overcomers in the battles of life, it is imperative that we have no confidence in the flesh. Philippians 3:3. We must also remember that we are not sufficient of ourselves, but our sufficiency is of God. 2 Corinthians 3:5. We may not know what giants we will encounter today, but let us meet them in faith. With God, we are able to win. Amen. I completely agree with that. At the bottom of the page it says, the grasshopper feeling is a product of doubt, but the sufficient through God feeling is a product of faith. Amen and amen. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. Please be sharing the videos around. Leave some feedback. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next Beside the Still Waters devotional from the 2020 edition.